It's your boy IFBB PRO Matt Butali, and today we're going to be talking about the speed, how fast you can actually burn 30 pounds, and the mindset behind that. All right. So when you do join, if you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, wherever other than Instagram or TikTok, hashtag I'm here so I know that you're watching, or hashtag replay if you're watching the recording, so that we can see that you're watching. Okay. So we're going to be talking about the fastest way to lose 30 pounds, or at least at the very least, how fast it might take, how fast it could and or should take for you to lose 30 pounds, okay? If not 30 pounds, then anything more than that, okay? So that's the main intention for today's episode. If that's something that you know you're gonna need help with, that you somewhat struggle with, then definitely you're gonna wanna pay attention to this episode, all right? Ben, what's good? Varpatap, what's up? Let me know how your day is going. TikTok, IG, what is good? All right, so we're gonna be breaking it down. Just give me a second. I'm gonna be setting up the podcast over here. And guys, girls, I won't be responding to any questions, not today, unfortunately, because I got a really fucking busy day. So that just can't happen. That's just not happening today. But if you do have questions, you are more than welcome to DM me with your question, and I'll try my best to get back to you to answer. Again, that's what this is all about. Okay, so just give me a second as we set up the podcast, and then once that's all set up, we'll be diving into today's topic. All right. Okay, I got this here. Let's bring that up. All right. Sick. Okay, so we'll be diving into today's podcast episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your boy, the returning champion, IFBB Pro Matt Butali. And today, what we are going to be talking about is how to lose 30 pounds, or at least how fast you can lose it, how fast you should lose it, and or expect to lose it. Okay, so let's wrap our brains around this concept. Let's break it down. Okay, let's talk about it. 30 pounds. If that's how much weight you want to lose, realistically, what you have to keep into mind is that, first of all, it's going to take longer than you expect. And when I say that, I'm not saying like, it's just going to take longer than you expect it to. But what I'm saying is the habits that you had that brought you to that position where you became 30 pounds overweight or 40 or 50 pounds overweight, that was likely 5, 10, 15, 20, if not a million years, your entire life, that you spent developing bad habits to get you in that position in the first place. Okay, so the number one thing that we're gonna have to understand here is that it takes way fucking longer to get rid of habits than to build them. Okay, it takes way fucking longer to get rid of habits than to build them. What that means is, even though you are really, really passionate and impatient and almost obsessed with the fact that you're going to make this amazing body transformation, you've got to understand the basic fact that it took you fucking 15 to 20, 30 years or whatever to get to the point of this level of discomfort, of this level of having that much fat and water on your body. So essentially, if you really are serious about burning weight, burning fat, losing weight, whatever you want to call it, you have to keep into consideration that it's not going to just be, I changed my mind, I changed my body. It's, I changed my mind, so I make the physical or monetary or time-wise commitment to do what I have to do, but also I have to, be lenient with myself and understand that it took me time to get here, so it's going to take me time to get out. Does that make sense? Okay, so how much time? What are we actually talking about? Again, guys, this is going to be a short episode because there's not a lot of information to talk about. This is very linear. It's very straightforward. Okay. You don't want to be losing weight rapidly. You don't want to lose 30 pounds in 1 month. Although it sounds amazing, like, sure, fast progress, you're impatient, you want it yesterday. I get it. I love that, actually, because that sort of determination is what is required, in my opinion, in order to truly be successful in whatever it is that you want to do. But guys, if you lose 30 pounds in 1 month, unless you're clinically obese, like at least over 300 pounds at whatever height, it's really fucking unhealthy. Really unhealthy. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean? Like, I just lost 30 pounds. Like, doesn't that technically mean I'm healthier because I'm thinner? Fuck no. If you are just overweight and you're not morbidly obese, losing that much weight that rapidly can probably do a lot more harm than good. And let me explain. If you lose that much weight that quickly, 30 pounds in 1 month per se, you will have to starve yourself pretty much each and every single day for that entire fucking month. Okay? And in that process, you're not really going to be enjoying yourself. You're going to fucking develop like sort of a bad connotation when it comes to like dieting. You're going to feel like shit every time you think of losing weight. You're going to not really believe in the process of the gym, not because it doesn't work, but because you don't know how to work it. Okay. And I'm not saying this to be an asshole or to like judge you, but if you are focused on losing weight and the only variable that you want to leverage is speed, then you're making a big mistake. Because the number one thing that's really, really bad about losing weight real quickly is the fact that it will come back. It will come back. If you lose 30 pounds, look, I've lost 30 pounds in 3 weeks once. That shit was not pretty, right? And I'm not even fucking, you know what I mean? Like I look jacked, right? And it was still difficult for me to do. And would I recommend you guys and girls to do it? No, that's what I'm talking about. Like even for me, somebody that's muscle bound, it's not healthy because you're depleting yourself to the point beyond necessary. Like you don't need to starve yourself to lose weight. You can lose weight without having to fucking eat like 3 fucking pieces of leaves every single day and starving yourself, right? There is a way. And the way that I would always recommend and that I do with my best clients and myself is to focus on not exceeding losing more than 2.5 pounds of body weight per week. Like 2.5 pounds per week is the limit with myself and with my clients. Of course, excluding the fact that I said I lost 30 pounds in like 3 weeks, which is a special case I've talked about in other episodes. Probably talk about it again. But back on topic, guys. 2.5 pounds a week is the limit because after that point, you really start to lose way too much weight. You start to feel drained. You start to feel weak. You start to just stay hungry. And it's the whole process. Just living becomes a fucking dread. And it makes you want to quit even more. It's actually harder to adhere to a nutrition plan, a training plan, or whatever it is, if the main thing that you're focusing on is speed. Okay, if you're only focusing on the speed of how fast you can reduce the weight, how fast you can lose the fat, how fast you can drop the water weight, you will gain that weight back just as fast as it came off, if not quicker. All right? That's one thing you need to understand. Losing fucking 10 pounds every single week is not ideal because it will come back. Your body will be in a state of think of it like where we evolved from, right? When we had to ration out food and there wasn't like much food for us to eat, you know, say, you know, back millions of years ago. Our body would retain whatever it is that we're consuming for the sake of our health and well-being, simply because it didn't know when the next fucking meal was coming. And the same thing happens with your body. Your body will secrete hormones that will retain water, that will retain fat, like cortisol, and make it even more difficult for you to lose weight. And isn't that counterproductive? Because you're thinking, oh, well, like if I eat less, shouldn't I like lose less or lose more? And shouldn't that be like better? Like, no, there's always a fine line in between the spectrum. There's too fast and then there's, I guess, too slow technically, right? If you do too fast, you're going to risk losing muscle. You're going to risk feeling weak. You're going to risk, you know, fucking up your digestion, messing with your insulin levels, all of that. You can literally fuck up the way your body metabolizes food and make it less optimal for you to even retain the results. Because let's be honest, even if you do crash diet, how long can you actually sustain that? Okay, like how long can you actually sustain crash dieting? Like, could you actually quit eating pizza forever? Could you actually quit like eating burgers forever? Like, if the answer is no, which it probably fucking is, because even I can't quit burgers. And like, come on, man, you know what I mean? I'm like a fitness head. Then there's no fucking way that you're gonna do it. No way in hell. Believe it. Believe it. Okay, and I'm not saying that because I don't believe in you, but I'm saying it because it's just fucking unrealistic. And anything that's unrealistic cannot be applied for a long period of time. And if you can, good for you, because it won't last. That period of time will only be that period of time. It won't be the rest of your life. Whereas if you decided to have a better approach, or at least a smarter approach, where you are losing at least 1 to 2 pounds per week and making an effort to get your protein consumption in, 1 gram per pound of protein per pound of body weight, if you don't know, then you're in the green. Because not only are you retaining muscle, but you're fighting to build muscle, which will make it so that your body optimizes fat a lot easier, so that you don't have to rely so much on a calorie deficit because you have more muscle, which increases your BMR, which increases the amount of calories that you burn just sitting around like I'm sitting around, which is why I can eat a pizza, which I did have last night, and not really like worry about weight, gaining weight and all that stuff. Because once you have more muscle on your body than you do have fat and water, it's a free-for-all. You could eat technically whatever you want. Not that you should, but you could, in theory and in practice. And I'm the living proof, and so are my clients. Right? So just keep that in mind. And you know this one. You heard this one, this old nursery rhyme since you're fucking 4'1". Okay? Who wins the race? The tortoise or the hare? right? It's the exact same thing. You've got to play the long game because the long game is permanent. The results are permanent. The feeling is permanent. Whereas crash dieting, focusing on speed and just looking at numbers and not really analyzing the entire process and how to do it in the best possible way, it's only going to hold you back. All right. Again, short, sweet, straight to the point. I really do appreciate you guys and girls today for tuning into the Meathead on the Mic podcast. I hope this one hit the fucking brain. I hope you're able to download this episode into your mind and understand that speed is not the variable you should focus on when it comes to changing your body. It's the tactical approach. How much muscle can you keep and or grow in the process so that you can make it so that your progress is permanent. And when you get down to that goal body, that goal size, you know, get rid of your man boobs, get rid of the muffin top, the gut, anything. Once you get rid of that it stays off. Your guarantee to make sure that it stays off is by increasing your BMR. The only way to increase your BMR, guys, is to put on more muscle. And the only way to put on more muscle is to eat more protein. And the only way to eat more protein is to not fucking crash diet. You get it? Do you understand? Just sit with that. Okay, because that's the key information. That is the key. Eat your fucking protein and do not crash diet, guys. Okay, train hard as well. But if we're talking strictly nutrition, speed is not the variable you should focus on. Okay, it's function. It's optimizing your body so that it can expedite permanent results, not fast results, but permanent results. Are we clear? All right. That's it. That's all. I hope you liked today's episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. If you liked it, share it out to a friend who you know might need to hear this. Guys, girls, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's embrace your inner meathead together. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB PRO Maputale signing out. Boom. All right, guys. I won't be answering any questions today because I got to fly out, but I appreciate y'all. Fuck's sake. Okay, you know what? Luca, you're being patient. You were here since the start. I'll do you a solid. I'll do you guys a solid. Fuck, I said I wasn't going to answer any questions, but I'll do y'all a solid. I got to be out in 2 minutes. Shout out to everybody that joined. Ben, shout out to you. He says, I got to head out. Hope you're doing well. Have a productive day, bro. Absolutely. I hope you do as well. Okay, so let's see here. TikTok. Luca, what's good? Mr. Chloe Duraz says, oh, hey, buddy, I don't understand what that is. Anyway, so it says, I want to lose weight. So I need to be in a calorie deficit. Absolutely. G, if you're still watching, yes, you want to be in a calorie deficit, but focus on still getting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and also prioritizing the intensity of your workout so that you can actually build muscle tissue. And then the protein, you know, your body's going to grow the muscle tissue with that protein, and the whole protein synthesis thing. We know that whole conversation. All right. So yes, be in a calorie deficit, but do not neglect protein. If anything, prioritize it. And then you can cut out your fats and carbs or reduce those. Okay. Calvin, what's good? Calvin Isaac says, my brother, how are you doing? My brother, I'm all right. Thank you for tuning in to the Meathead on the Mic podcast and checking in with your boy. Appreciate the follow, fam. The follow. I cut rice bread and added sugar from my diet and eating 200 grams of protein with a total 1,500 calories a day. So that's really, I don't know your weight and all the other variables to sort of formulate how many calories you might need per day. But one thing that I'll recommend, one thing that I like, is the fact that you're getting your protein in. 200 grams is awesome for pretty much 98% of the people on this planet. Cutting out rice and bread, you know, it's a better variable. You're better off cutting off the carbs and the fats than the protein. So on the surface, from what you're saying, I like it. I really do like it, but I can't give you a specific well-rounded opinion on it because I don't know everything about you. So my opinion on it, bro, is that, you know, hey, you're getting your protein in. I don't know how you train, but one thing I will recommend is that you cycle between calories and don't just stick at 1,500, because even though you're getting your protein, your energy levels could dip or you could still lose weight rapidly, which might not be pleasant. Because again, even if you are still able to keep the muscle and, you know, have your BMR up and increasing, you still want to have a quality of life and not feel like you're fucking starving. So 1,500, you feel full on it, good for you. If you don't, you know what to do, bro. All right. But that's my opinion on that. All right. So we're going to roll out. That is it. That is all. Hey, yo, Lakin was good, dog. We're about to peace out. We're going to upload this episode on YouTube and shit like that, you know? So check that out, homie. All right, people. That is it. That is all. Luca, I appreciate you asking the question and not being a sitting duck. Guys, girls, have the best motherfucking Thursday of your life. We are out. See ya.